Hey guys, Jerry here, and welcome back to GregTech, where we have our heads stuck in a log.
Yay!
That's right, it's a log. It's not a log. It's our secret hidden steam pipe that won't scold us when we jump into it.
Yay!
Now, you saw last time that we made the Spider of Doom, and as it turned out, it totally didn't work. Because
Spider of... Yeah, go
we
ahead.
were trying to feed 4 amps of low voltage into a high voltage battery buffer that can only accept 2 amps. And apparently that caused some issues, so we came up with a solution.
Ta-da! The Wall of Doom!
So we got 4 basic steam turbines here, all feeding into one medium voltage transformer. So this one is made to accept 4 amps voltage. And then it outputs 1 amp of medium voltage, which the high voltage battery buffer here can easily accept. And then we put the the gas turbine down here as well. It hasn't seemed to cause any issues with the high voltage transformer, so that's good.
It kind of takes turns with one of the steam turbines, I think.
Yeah, like the bottom ones are not working all the time, so we don't actually have enough steam for 4 turbines. So we actually have an extra turbine stored in a chest. Also, GregTech is now in 1080p.
Yay! Because, you know, Jerry's eyes started hurting.
Now, we've also moved the blast furnace down here, which which I have, I guess, connected up with a similar system as before, except that I changed out the low voltage power receivers energy hatches with a high voltage one. So we now have a
And this
one slot high
ginormous
voltage battery buffer with a ginormous battery in, which every single time this one fills up, this signal turns off, or rather, no, actually the signal turns stronger than the one coming in from the wall there, and it'll send a pulse through the redstone going up there to the dropper, and it'll drop a piece of thing into the blast furnace and it'll cook it for us.
It'll drop a piece of thing into the thing, and then something will happen.
Exactly, as you can see, it's almost done.
Now.
There. So it should now send a pulse, and that was really loud.
I moved it back.
So we have this howler alarm here just so we're never uncertain of whether the blast furnace is heating all the power or not. You know, if we hear that with regular intervals, that means the blast furnace is heating all that power. Speaking of power, we actually have realized that we have much less steam than we anticipated, despite having 2 big boilers.
Yeah.
And
all the creosote to shake a stick at.
Yeah. Again, we could start burning more creosote, but then again, there's no point to doing it. Not much point, at least. I guess, can we actually burn creosote in any other... Like, can we use it as fuel in one of the...
Isn't that a liquid generator down? Oh no, that's a gas turbine.
There's the
Never
distillation tower we can use to make lubricant, but we can't make that yet. The distillery we can use to make lubricant. Semi-fluid boiler fluids. There's the semi-fluid boiler that can actually burn creosote directly. I don't know if it's more efficient than the steam. I doubt it is, honestly.
But it's there.
But it's there, which means that we can actually make a semi-fluid boiler and direct the surplus creosote so our charcoal production won't stop. So the semi-fluid thing, that's actually Industrial Craft 2. Isn't there one in this unofficial GregTech version that we have? Apparently not. That's strange because it was a GregTech interface then showed in the recipes, so there should be. Come on, GregTech, surely you have to have something. Distillery basic
I don't
fluid
have
heater.
something, and my name's not Shirley.
Fermenter, fluid canner, quantum tanks. Is there a newer version of the unofficial one that has it in, or must be?
What are we looking for?
Anything semi-fluid generator related.
Oh.
But
yeah, I don't know.
There is an Industrial Craft one, but we can't. I don't think we can even make that. Geothermal generator. Supposedly we can make it, but it generates industrial craft power, which we can't use for GregTech stuff, so it doesn't matter.
There is a way to convert it, isn't there? Or did you not put that in?
That's not a mod I have in. You can convert GregTech power to industrial craft, I found, meaning that we can actually use our GregTech power to charge industrial craft tools and such, including the nano suit. So that's something we might actually consider. But
that's something I'm gonna consider whether you do or not.
That's something you're gonna no not. Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah. I'm gonna consider the nano suit, whether you do or not. By the way, check the middle one.
The middle one.
Middle one.
Ooh, a rolling machine. So I guess you got
I think we can use that.
I think you got just as tired as me of having to scavenge rails from dungeons and such in order to use any of the Steve's carts or railcraft things.
Dungeons suck.
Yeah. Let's put this...
I mean, they're fun. Download the pack now.
Yeah, they're not that bad, actually. Speaking of downloading the pack, it would appear that we found a working version of GrowthCraft. So it doesn't crash the server anymore, and the client. So there's actually a chance that I might update the pack for you guys to play with as well. If I do that, do
you
remember...
mean they can play?
Do remember that it actually won't break your world, so you can continue playing right where you left off, just with all the new features. But it hinges on me, because it's been so long since I updated last, I need to check for bug fix updates for other mods, and that's gonna be a pain in the bum. So,
I thought you said you need to check for butt fix updates.
Yeah, butt fix updates, exactly. I love butt fix updates. But we need some power for this thing. A rolling machine won't really work without power. So we need an engine that's Buildcraft compatible.
Alright, so
that means we can either, use a Railcraft steam engine, and just plug it into a steam system, or we can use a forestry electrical engine. I think that'll actually accept the power that we have.
A couple redstone engines would work.
Redstone engines will give very, very little power for this thing. I think we have a
few redstone engines would work.
We have redstone engines. Like, I made some for a while back. We have 8 of them. I don't think we can hook up 8 to it, but we can hook up some and see if it actually works.
We can hook up 5 in total.
I just need some levers as well. And that means I need to quickly lock my digger's backpack, because otherwise I won't be able to pick up cobblestone from this chest. Or this barrel. You want it right there? Yeah, sure. Let's give it a whirl. I can't...
Nice shot!
Yeah?
Why the fuck not?
How many will that turn on? How many will that turn on?
That one worked. Oh, there they go. Yay! All of them. I'll go grab some steel.
That's gives gonna make absolutely no power.
Oh, it doesn't? Well, it's also not up to speed yet.
We can actually use iron directly, or bronze. Do you have some bronze?
Well, steel gives more rails, is the thing.
Yeah. I guess steel actually would be cheap for us, because steel is the same price as iron, really.
Alright, so here's this.
This is giving no power whatsoever. I think we can make a clockwork engine that'll work faster.
Well, let these get up to speed. Let's go figure out what's next to do this.
I'm gonna make a clockwork engine, because I know that that has worked previously. So that's a clock.
Yeah, except we gotta sit down there and punch it. There's a biogas engine.
I need some copper ingots. Yeah,
there's also this weird one. It's called Creative Engine.
Yeah, that's a. I love that one. That's a very good one.
That's It's a very creative looking thing.
I see. Forestry copper gear. Do we have any extra?
Hey,
we do have a piston.
I wonder.
Yes. What do you wonder about?
You keep doing your thing. You just
I
keep
am.
doing your thing.
I shall keep doing my thing. I need some planks.
Do your groove thing. Do your groove thing. Yeah, yeah.
What? I forgot to make the clock. Clock. Bop, bop. And there we are. Clockwork engine. Shift click that into. Yes, made. And these things are not going up to speed, are they?
Well, they do take a minute. I'm just saying. Not that you're patient enough to try it.
How do you even break these?
You just pickaxe.
I don't have a pickaxe.
Why don't you have a pickaxe?
Because I use my wand.
I'm gonna leave that one there.
See, this one's making a bit of power.
A bit.
You need to stop. Yeah, when it turns red, you need to stop clicking it. It's not making power as long as you click it. So
I stopped as soon as I saw red. Then I was angry.
standard rail, which means that with 6 of these we can make track. We can also make activated track, one-way, suspended track, junction track, switch track, gated track, wide track, disposal track, gated one-way track, limiter track, locomotive track, elevator track, detector track. All this stuff. So many tracks. Oh, it's completely full of power. Which means all the rest of the engine stopped. Which means that they're not even warming up. I do believe we have a number of rail beds over here. Or wooden tires at least. Which means that we can make rail beds. Which means, again, we can make rails.
I need our file.
I made a stack of rails, Buddha. Our very first stack of homemade rails. How about that?
Da 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 da.
Such amazingness.
Dangerous to go to alone. Right on these.
So what are you doing right now? Is that an electric engine?
Else. No.
Is it not an electric engine?
Not an electric engine.
Steam engine?
Nope.
Combustion engine?
Nope.
Stirling engine?
There you go.
Oh, so so it's just a Elementum fired engine.
Oh, it's cobblestone. That's odd. Okay.
I got cobblestone. Ah.
Give it here.
I put it in for you.
You don't even know what I'm gonna do with it.
What you gonna do? Do.
Where'd you put it?
In your recipe. Like, I didn't take the thing. I just filled the recipe for you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna steal all your thunder. Just some of it. But yeah, I think the the clockwork engine just gives plenty of power for this thing to work, really. Like,
Alright, so here was my question. Ah, yes. It burns with elementum.
Yeah. But this thing is full of power, so it won't be outputting any power. I just made another 32 standard rails, so we got plenty of standard rails. If you want to make some advanced rails, that'd be great instead.
Alright, what's the advanced rails recipe?
That's some iron, gold, and redstone, I think. I got 4 stacks of rails on me right now. Wood. Gotta love them rails.
Because I'm all about them rails,
No derailing. Wait, what? Do you
Advanced rails require standard rails.
Oh, they do?
So,
Then use the iron to make
go ahead and make
use the iron to make standard rails then. Actually make steel, yeah. I'll get some more steel cooking, because why not? And yes, we're still using the bronze blast furnaces. I just tried to make steel out of fish. That's a very penguin thing to do, isn't it?
Yes. That Alimentum's gonna burn for ages.
Yeah.
Which is good, because...
Oh yeah, that's nice. That actually makes a lot of rails, doesn't it? Which means we can make booster tracks, so we don't have to worry about actually putting engines on these things. If we are to use some railcraft things for transporting stuff over longer distances, which, you know, potentially could be very interesting to do. Right, Buddha?
Sure.
Sure.
Alright, so with the Stirling engine and the Clockwork engine, it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you have... Okay.
I don't have any more
There
standard
it
rails
goes.
now. But for the advanced rails, that should make us quite a few booster tracks.
Yeah.
So let's see, do we have any more... Like, we found a lot of these wooden ties in dungeons, so that's been very useful, because they're actually kind of annoying to make. Although we can use the assembler and just pop crease it into it, so that makes it a bit better. But with these advanced rails, I'm just gonna make half a stack so far. Toss the rest in here. Alright, so we got plenty of rails now. We can actually move stuff around with the carts. Now, we don't really...
Reliably.
Per se, we don't need these all of these tracks right now, except for the Steve's Cart Miner, which we sent off deep underground trying to find new veins for us. It's actually located a few. Like a sapphire vein, another bauxite vein. It's found an easier access to some of the other veins we've found already. So it's actually been rather useful.
Easy access is very, very sexist. Come on.
I think we got plenty of rails now, Buddha. We got 20.
Yes. 20?
20.
I'm going to put a stack of Alimentum in this chest here, and we can use that to power the Stirling engine when we need to.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just actually quickly gonna show off what we've done with the Steve's carts, because, you know, we've been receiving a lot of flack for actually or rather I have been receiving a bit of flack for including this mod, because apparently it's it doesn't do anything good or whatever. But I don't care. I wanted to explore it, so that's what this pack's all about.
Meh.
Exploring mods. So
it is called Exploring GregTech, isn't it?
Yeah. There we are. So far it's managed to find a bit of redstone, actually, oddly enough. Lots of cobblestone, bit of amber, but not much else in this direction yet. But it is actually just now leaving the area that we've explored cave-wise. So anything is fine from now on. It's gonna be something that we haven't actually seen before. But we have this tunnel here that it's dug since pretty much we started recording. And then it has this incredibly long and boring tunnel that it's dug between sessions. So we had found a little lava lake here that it didn't drown itself in, impressively enough.
Hooray!
It found over here a sapphire vein, pyrobior. See up there, sapphires. And if we actually go up here, not this way through, but the other way, in here I think, there's the entrance. There's another little cave thing here. And if I can find the right thing here, up here, there is an even bigger cave that I haven't actually had enough torches on me to explore. But which I guess we could do a bit of now, since we, you know, we're here. We spend all the time getting here, so. Now these meteor boots are lovely, but they're dangerous as fuck to use for stuff like this. I was just gonna do that, but whatever. Anything interesting over here? Nope. There is a lot of emeralds in this part of the world. You know, unfortunately we don't have a fortune pickaxe, so I'm kind of tempted to leave them where they are.
Yeah, I tried the whole swapping it out with the wand thing, and it just gives you a single emerald. Oh,
Yeah.
here's the redstone.
Let's just see, can we freeze this?
Oh no, this is
Almandine.
Alamandine.
Oh.
is used for...
What just... I just got stuck in the ceiling for some reason.
red garnet?
It's used for red garnet?
Can be electrolyzed into aluminium, iron, and silicon.
Yeah, that sounds...
So this is pretty good.
Yeah, this is all part of the sapphire. Like a sapphire can be done there as well if you crush it. But yeah, like it's pretty decent. Like it gives a lot of stuff for the blast furnace and the electrolyzer to do, which I guess at the moment we're not lacking stuff for it to do. But once you get some more systematic ore processing set up, then stuff like this could become rather useful. Then there's up here. I'm just kind of running through this cave. See, here we have a bastnasite vein,
What'd you call me?
A bastard. I can't remember if this one actually... Monazite, yeah, that's the one, monazite. If anyone remembers the modular force field mod, back in the classic Tekkit, it spawned this ore called monazite everywhere. Like fucking everywhere. And it had almost no uses at all, except for the modular force field mod. So, if you weren't going to do that, then you basically had to sacrifice a lot of your quarry chest inventory space for monazite. But we can actually use it for something here. Like we can get basically we can centrifuge and electrolyze it into rare earth, which is a bunch of different stuff. Like it sort of has a random chance of giving us various things from it, so it's potentially useful. See, this is just a big hole, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, this monazite and neodymium is what's right here. Then when we move on into this part of the cave, I haven't actually been in before. It looks as though there is another chalcopyrite vein down there. That's the iron and copper one.
Berry bushes here. Bastonite, that's where you just were.
Bastardite, yeah.
Called me mean names. I found a chest.
All these treasure slimes. Yeah, that's not it. That is actually... Yeah, that was... when I was here the first time, I killed a couple of... I killed a couple of... what are they called again? Mimics.
Gotcha. And that one turned out to actually be a chest.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a straight up iron vein.
Like banded iron and limonite and such?
And iron.
Oh, so it's the chalcopyrite one.
It's one you haven't been to because there's no torches.
I'm not sure about me not having been to it. Oh, why is there a saddle over there? What the hell?
It's a copper, iron, pyrite, chalcopyrite ore vein.
Yeah. I'm actually on the same at the same vein right now. Although
you know what?
Like these veins are so big that we could basically still be 100 blocks away from each other. What, Buddha?
You know what I like about this so much more than Blood and Bones? I can see down here.
No gas.
Yeah, no gas.
Oh,
neodymium.
Yeah, then you're back at the bastnasite vein. Small lapis ore. And there's some darkness here. Let's have a look. Like, these boots are lovely, but sometimes, you know, they kind of make me fear for my life if I'm running into lava all of a sudden. Or stuff like that. Falling into a big hole. So how do I find my way back out here again?
Neodymium is just as good as steel.
Yeah. Like, we found some in a chest early on that we made a hammer of. I don't know if you recall that.
I do not.
Oh, hey, Buddha.
Hello.
So over this way, there needs a torch. And over this way, this is where I actually ran out of torches when I was here last.
Yeah, you're down in the iron vein now.
Yeah, that's the chalcopyrite one. Let's quickly block off these.
I'm out of
Anything?
torches too, so... Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. There's something in here. Let's have a look. Yeah, more iron and more water. Alright, I think this is actually this cave system pretty much. So, yeah. A bit of spelunking to end the show-off episode. I think that, yeah, that works. I guess we'll see you guys next time once we find our way back to base.
Working on that.
And then we'll look into making some more of the actual power that we can use, the GregTech power. So until then, bye!
Toodles.